All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Atlanta Falcons. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here to his running back. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check nine.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this will leave them a yard short.
Creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
It's just me and weapon. Check three. Switch. Watch out. Shit. SOS.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch twist. Bang, 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 bang. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Showing it.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Airing one out for Boyd. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
It's your time, baby. We need our point.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Seahawks, 33-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down. Fields. Throw left side complete. That's Lamb. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. Throwing on 1st down. Fields. And it's caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Operating from the gun. Fields. Flush to his right. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this 1st quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here. Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. 1st quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. But he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons push further out in front. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half, and you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. He gets this one to Boyd. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Oh, Charles, after that interception in the Super Bowl from the 1-yard line, I thought Pete Carroll would run it inside the 5 every time.
Sometimes I wonder if maybe Pete did want to run it inside the 5. But Russell Wilson, you know he's such a competitor that he doesn't want that interception to stand, that maybe he wanted to be in that spot to hold it a second.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Right there, 54.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He's going to let this one go deep. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line.
Let's go.
14-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has, really. They come up here now, 1st down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On 1st and 10, Fields. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards there on a Falcon 1st down.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
That one goes for 24 yards. On 1st down, Fields. This is the tight end Fant. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Got a man open. It's Ross. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the 1st down. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here. A chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
What we got? Check. Check. 52's the mark. I'm coming.
2nd and 2. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons push further out in front. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over first and 10.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10. That's our own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some blitz coming, and down he goes. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Another try after the first down sack. Wilson going for the deep. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Let's go. Watch a slap. Watch a slap. Watch a slap. Go. Banjo.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Going deep downfield for Ross. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Again, it's Penny. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
You ain't doing nothing today. Go. You got to get moving, man. Man moving. You got to get that. Hey, watch that.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy. guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion. And because of that, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion. He's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. DeMarcus Lawrence, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Back to throw. Fields. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. As his guys are in for 6. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Check. Give me something. Here we go. Watch twist.
I'll go special.
Wilson leaves this one with Penny. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 43.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Seahawks first down.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10. Now Rashad Penny. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Mike's 54.
On second and a yard. Wilson. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Seattle.
Right there.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
What? 56 is the mic. I'm going to run you over.
Now Wilson on first down. And now he'll tuck it and run. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. The Seahawks on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. To throw is Wilson. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Dante Pettis with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Go. Minus 57. 57's mine. Here we go. Here we go.
Looking to throw. Fields. He'll rifle this one deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 39 yards there, a big one. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Falcons push further out in front. Lutz will look to add the extra point. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for him. He's got it. And he is not going to get in there. He stopped short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's
The
go!
Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I got it. Check 31. One left. One left.
Wilson now to throw again. Airing one out for Boyd. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And it's complete to Kelsey. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. A gain of 6 there on first.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum right there.
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Shift. Watch the shift. Check 14. Check 99. Check 43. Check your hot read. Gotta go, in and out. Let's go.
Again, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. 4th down. Here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. Now a desperation throw deep down. And this is caught inside the 5. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Crunch time, defense.
From the shotgun, Wilson flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
That'll pick up the 1st down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Hey, me and you all day. I'm coming after you.
On 1st down, Wilson. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Wilson will throw again. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Pettis once again the target. And it's 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Mike 54.
Here's Wilson. Throwing again. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Good job right there. Good job right there. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike.
Wilson from the gun. He'll throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Wilson in the offense, not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And the pressure gets to him again. Emmanuel Agba. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Watch Mike. Let's go, D. Let's go. Mike 52. Here we go. Mike 50. Where'd he go?
Throwing on 1st down. Fields. He's going to fire one deep up. And this is caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. Partner, I think the thing I'm going to take away from this game is that ending. Still hard to believe they score on the final play, and then for some salt on the wound, they go for 2 just to widen the margin.
Not to mention they already had the lead when they scored on the final play. So I don't know if everyone on the team is a fantasy football player, and they're like, hey, get more points for our guys. I don't know what's going on here. Maybe a coach is looking ahead and saying, you know something, the more points we have might be the tiebreaker. But, boy, what a way to finish it.
So for Atlanta, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.